Yo, YouTube, or wherever you're watching this from, what's good? How you doing? It's your boy Chrysler Cuba. Man, I'm gonna get straight to it, man, because you know everything is already boiled inside, so it's gonna be pretty authentic video. But look here, man, I want to talk about depression and how to get out of it. Right? How to get out of depression. Well, let me tell you something. That's $1 million question, man. First of all, what do I know? I'm a 24-year-old, about to be 25, living in my parents' basement, working a 9-to-5 job, barely got any money saved to my fucking name. So what do I know, right? I'm just a young man striving to be the best he can become, failing forward, moving forward to the best of my ability, man. And that's kind of my point, you know. I don't have clinical depression like at all, right? But like every single person, you know, we all get depressed, you know. Or I don't want to say the word depressed. I want to say we all kind of get these, you know, emotional down moments, which I think is perfectly normal, you know, and healthy, right? Because like you can't be happy all the time. There's just no way around it. So one thing I want to tell y'all, man, especially if you in my age group, shout out to the millennials. If you're in my age group, man, and you ask yourself this question every day, or probably watch 100 YouTube videos about the same fucking subject on how to get out of depression. Well, let me tell you something, bro. There's no way out of depression, dog. Some of us need to feel those so-called negative emotions. What's my point? I'm gonna tell y'all a personal story, man. Like, today is actually one of these days for me, you know, but you know, there were a couple events leading up to today. You know, I made some very questionable decisions. Very questionable, you know. And today it finally fell full surface, and I had to receive feedback from people I love on how bad I fucked up. I didn't just fuck up my own situation. I also put them in a situation that had them messed up. So of course, naturally, you're going to feel miserable. Naturally, you're going to feel shameful about yourself. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel miserable. And I'm a man of God, as you can tell, because I'm cursing all over the place. But I am a deep man of God. And whether you believe in God or not, you watching this, well, I honestly don't give a fuck, dude. I'm going to tell you my experience. I think sometimes, you know, we like to pray the negative feelings away to feel good again. And sometimes, you know, we just wish there was a way we didn't feel how we feel. But what I believe today, especially from what today looked like for me, just realizing, man, sometimes negative emotions are feedback that you're fucking up, right? I feel like you got two types of pain. The first pain is the self-inflicted pain, which I believe 90% of us are trying to get rid of. Right? It's pain that's caused from your own actions. It's that karmic reaction to what you did. So 9 times out of 10, if you hurt somebody you love, or you lie to somebody you love, or you cheat on your loved one, or you know, you lie to your boss about the hours you worked, and then come full surface, as time goes on, you're gonna feel that negative grief, like something's wrong, and that is God in you. Because we're all spiritual beings. So because we're all spiritual beings, we have a conscience and we have a sense of right and wrong. See, we live in a generation, bro, where like nowadays it's like, oh, what you think is right is right. What you think is wrong is wrong. And I think that's why that's a big question today. How to get rid of depression. How to be happy. I don't think we actually want to get rid of depression. I think we want to generally believe that we can do what the fuck we want and somehow find a way to be happy. So what's my point? Going back to my story, quick story. I'm chilling, man, you know, and it was a pretty down day. I had to hear some painful feedback from somebody I love today, my father. And he was right with the things he said. And of course it hurt, so I kind of had a little wobbly moment of, oh my God, I'm such a terrible son, I'm such a terrible person, oh, how can I do this? You know, I laid down. And I guess that's step number 1, man, on how to not be depressed, or how to use depression towards something positive, number one, acknowledge, you know, the root of the feeling. And because going back to my first point, you got self-inflicted pain, and then you have just the pain of being a human being. You know, that natural pain and suffering of just living in this planet, not knowing what we're here for, not understanding why we have to work so hard just to stay alive, right? In my theory, in my opinion as a Christian, you know, I believe it's because of sin. It's a fallen nature, it's a fallen world, and nothing's going to be perfect until the day we die. You get what I'm saying? So those are the two kinds of pain, man. Self-inflicted pain, and then just the pain of being human, you know, that comes and goes. But obviously what I was going through today was a self-inflicted pain based on my actions. So I laid down in my bed a little bit. I picked up the Bible. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I ain't read a verse in a long ass time with intent. You know, I kind of just started praying a little bit, man. Just kind of talking with God. And I feel a sense of comfort. But then with that, I also felt more conviction a little bit as I went through my day. I went to the gym. I got it in at the gym. Met a couple friends, you know. And then after the gym, like I think it was like an hour ago or something like that, or 2 hours ago, I'm actually walking from the gym right now. I don't know, man, it's weird. Like I had like, hold on, yeah, I had like I just had this crazy moment, man, of like everything came full surface. Like I felt even more convicted. I started confirming that I have been fucking up in this particular area of my life that I speak of. I have been lying. I do feel ashamed. I do feel guilty. You know? And why am I telling y'all this, man? I'm not trying to wobble around, but it was also a light bulb moment with me and God. It was God showing me, this is not me punishing you. This is what life looks like when you punish yourself. This is what life looks like when you choose to do what you want to do, knowing it's not right. And if you're watching this, it could be lying. You know, maybe you're covering something up to your parents or your business partner or your partner in life, right? Or maybe whatever it is, man. Maybe you fucking cheat. You know, you lie. Maybe you stabbed somebody last night, nobody knows the body, only you know where the body is, and you know, you can't sleep, you know what I'm saying? You know, or maybe you just keep fucking yourself over and procrastinating, whatever it is. It may not hit you in that moment, because in that moment, it's instant gratification, right? When you cheat on your spouse or you cheat on your loved one or whoever, it feels good in the moment, but as time goes on, whether you get caught or not, you gotta face this miserable swimming pool of pain and shame. And the worst thing you can do is pray that away. The worst thing you can do is smoke the pain away. The worst thing you can do is just binge on Netflix or whatever the fuck, or lie to yourself to rationalize that the pain ain't there. But at the end of the day, you and I both, well, you and God both know the pain not only is still there, but it's only getting big. And it's not until you acknowledge the problem, right? It's not until you acknowledge that you did fuck up and that you did make a decision that God was not pleased with. And when you acknowledge that, you know what? This is why I feel how I feel. This is feedback from God, from life herself, telling me, I love you still, but what you did is the reason why you feel how you feel. So my light bulb moment, man, is I was walking, just talking with God. You know, I cried a little bit. You know, it's a pretty heavy situation with my parents and I right now. It's just being a man and going through the pain. You want to know how to get out of depression? Face the depression. Swim in that nasty, miserable fucking lake of depression. Swim in it. Because inside, in those sensations of depression, in those thoughts of depression or sadness or grief, is feedback from your spirit. It's feedback. And if you can take the feedback and say, you know what? I don't want to feel like this again. Well, more than not wanting to feel like this again, I don't want to go through this again. So I receive how I feel. It sucks, it's temporary, but let me dive inside myself. Let me pray. Let me talk to the spirit that is within me. Let me communicate with myself. Let me turn the fucking television off. Let me turn the YouTube videos off. Let me turn my phone off. See, sometimes we feel bad. The first shit we do, we call our best friend or whoever and we vent. But sometimes I think that's the last thing you should do. The first thing you should do, if it's a constant season of depression, sit down and really ask yourself, I mean, well, shit, why am I depressed? What are the actions that I'm partaking in that is making me feel how I feel? What are the mental habits that I'm practicing that's making me feel how I feel? Because emotions, 9 times out of 10, is just feedback, bro. I mean, when you feed the homeless, I mean, shit, you feel good. When you tell the truth to your loved one, you feel good. When it's your homeboy's birthday and you go out of your way to make sure he has a great day and buy him a little Avengers birthday cake or whatever and get him his favorite, video game, you feel great and he feels great. And then those emotions, it's a feedback mechanism that shows that you're doing good. But sometimes positive feelings aren't always good. If anything, it's detrimental to your spiritual and even mental health. Why? Because you see, when I smoke a joint, I feel good. When I smoke a blunt, I feel good. If you do heroin, you feel good. Or sometimes when you're escaping, you feel great. When you're with your friends, you feel good. But feeling good sometimes can be the worst thing for you. Because some of my greatest moments, man, like today, with God, some of my best moments with Christ, with Jesus Christ, are moments when I feel the worst, man. Moments where I feel weak. Moments when I feel inadequate. Moments when I feel like a straight fuck up, like a miserable piece of shit. Those are the moments, man, where, I can get authentic with God. Those are the moments when I acknowledge what he's always been telling me. I love you. And of course, you're human. You make mistakes, but that's why you need me in your life. And that's why you need to learn to trust me. That's why you need to learn to trust me, to embrace my spirit within you, to embrace the fact that I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to forsake you. I'm always here for you. It's not always going to be fun. It's going to be painful sometimes. But if you do it my way, I promise you victory all the way through your life. But what do? Nah, fuck that. I want to do it my way. I want that girl. I want her now. I want my goal. I want it now. Or I don't want them to find out about this, so I'm going to lie about it. And what does that result in? Maybe a broken relationship or the wrong career path. And just more misery and misery and misery. And God is sitting there going, I love you, right? You know I want you to have better than what you got right now, right? Do you know I got blessings laid out for you, right? With your name on it, with your DNA on it. But until you let go of your ego, until you learn to let go of wanting things how you want it, until you learn to let go of all these fantasies of how life should be and how it shouldn't be, until you just learn to let go, trust God in some of the most painful moments, acknowledge that you are weak, acknowledge that you don't know shit, then you can position yourself for the blessings God has for you. And I ain't just talking, and I know I'm talking long, man. I don't want this video to be long, but I'm gonna end with this, man. Blessings don't always mean physical things, man. A blessing could just be mental stability, peace. You get what I'm saying? Self-esteem, self-worth. I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, I love you. I love my generation, bro. I feel like millennials, we're the greatest, man. But I think one of our biggest struggles, bro, is like fucking self-esteem and self-worth, and everybody's depressed all the time because we're heavily stimulated. Like, even if you're watching this YouTube video, and keep watching because I'm growing my channel, you feel me? So, but in all seriousness, man, in all seriousness, like, bro, we're so heavily stimulated, man. Everything's in the palm of our hands. Everything is instant. Everything is like this. And I think the worst part about that is we don't take time to just relax and just be with ourselves, to be with the pain that's inside us, to sometimes embrace our own humanity of being moral. Not moral, is that the word I'm looking for? Moral? Yeah, whatever the opposite, mortal, my bad. We're all gonna die one day, bro. Like, legit. We're all gonna die. But I think also life is for us to consistently die to ourselves so that we can actually embrace living. So I want to end this video on this point, man. You know, if you're having a real down day, or just a season where you just feel like depression or anxiety or just grief is just constantly a thing, well, stop and ask yourself, man. Remember the 2 points I said. There's self-inflicted pain, and then there's the pain of humanity, right? That the growing of the reality that we are mortal. So there's just, it's normal, it's healthy. It's healthy sometimes to feel depressed. It's healthy to be sad, to grief, but it comes and it goes. It shouldn't be an everyday thing. It shouldn't be. And that's the point. So if you're going through something where it's an everyday thing, well, number one, sit the fuck down. Get on your knees and goddamn get within or something. Ask yourself some real questions. Because 9 times out of 10, you know why you're depressed. Maybe you're avoiding a problem. Maybe there's something in your life that you should be doing, but you're avoiding it. So in avoiding that thing and indulging in maybe distraction, the pain is getting bigger. And then you find yourself in these moments where you're almost going to have an anxiety attack. Well, stop and acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge what you're running away from. You understand what I'm saying? Acknowledge what you're hiding from. Why are you hiding? From whom are you hiding from? What situation are you avoiding? Maybe there's something you need to tell your girlfriend, bruh, or vice versa. Maybe there's something you need to tell your parents. Or maybe you need to stop spending money like a bitch-ass motherfucker who's a little kid and get wise. Or maybe you need to stop procrastinating on your goals. Whatever that pain you keep feeling is, talk to that pain, bro. God gave you emotions in a body for a reason. It's a feedback mechanism. So if you constantly feel bad, sit down, sit with the pain. Don't just run away from it. Don't just watch Netflix or call your buddy or smash that girl or hit the gym. And I love the gym, but sometimes you need to slow it the fuck down and actually watch your motives as to why you're working out. Or you're working out to escape your problems. But look here, man, I got guns, you know what I'm saying? I look good, I'm in the best shape of my life. But let me tell you something, bro. There's more important things in life than getting fit. Like, for real. Like, God does not give a fuck how big your muscles are. He does care what you do with your time on this earth. And he does care that your heart is for him and for bettering yourself and those around you. And the best way to do that is to be self-aware, dog. So I know I keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep honing on it. If you got pain, if you feel pain, there's constant pain that's been going on in your heart, acknowledge it, sit with it, rest with it, and pray to God. Look, I know I'm just starting up the YouTube channel, right? So some of y'all haul 30 of you subscribers. I like acknowledging where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me in reality. I ain't trying to be a fake person, man, and act like a personality. I'm a normal person doing normal people things, and I just want to come at you from a place of relating, from human to human. I ain't better than you, I ain't cooler than you, I ain't smarter than you. Maybe a little bit, but you know. Anyway, here's how you pray when you feel pain. God, what are you telling me through this right here? What are you teaching me? First of all, comfort me, speak to me, give me peace. And if you're not a Christian, I do not care. I don't care if you're a Muslim watching this. I do not care if you're Methodist, whatever the fuck, man. Listen, there is a God. Let's just start the video with that. And if you ain't with it, that's cool. You don't have to watch me. I don't give a fuck. But I will tell you this. Prayer works. Prayer is real. So pray your pain to God. Give it to him. And then, step number 2, listen. Listen to your body, man. Listen to your heart. Like, listen to that part of you that's smarter than you. I think life speaks. I believe God talks to us more than we talk to him. How? Sometimes it could be just through these memories of things you're supposed to do or things you're avoiding. right? So if you feel, you know, the acknowledgement of God saying, okay, I'm comforting you, I love you, but here's why you feel how you feel, because you don't want to stop doing this, and you feel he's pointing at something in your heart, it's gonna be even more painful. But sit with it. Go, okay, God, I can't do it without you though. If this is the reason why, because I'm so attached to this, or I'm attached to that person, or I'm attached to this pleasure right here, okay, cool, I get it. Acknowledge that you get it. I mean, he already knows. And then you know what you do next? You pray some more. Here's how you pray authentically. God, I don't want to give this up. I know it's the reason why I'm in depression. I know this, maybe this drug, or you know, maybe this habit of wanting things to be easy. I know it's what's keeping me from progressing in life. So help me. Acknowledge to God that you're weak, bro. I think, to me, man, I know I keep saying I'm gonna leave the video, but whatever. This is the last point, and I'm gonna end it right here. I think, like the Bible says, when I'm weak, I'm made strong. Paul said it, the Apostle Paul, and I agree 100%. I think I want to end the video with saying this: like, in your most painful moments, like I had today, swim in it. You know what I'm saying? Embrace it. You know, love it. It's not fun. It's not easy. But in your most painful moments, in your most grieful moments, it's so easy to run away. It's so easy to... My phone's ringing, man. I don't know who calling me. Hold up. Anyway, I'll pick up some other time. But yeah, man. So yeah. So how to get rid of depression? You can't. Sit in it, learn from it, and then take actions that will actually bring you towards happiness. Happiness is a choice. It's not a thing that happens. So hopefully you got something in this video. Make sure you subscribe if you liked it. It's your boy, and I'm out.